How was the vibe in the gym today?
It was all right.
Yeah.
It was all right. Yeah, I think obviously when you lose 4 games in a row, there's not a lot of joy in Mudville. So I think there's some frustration, which is a good thing. I think guys care. It's just a fine line of making sure guys aren't feeling sorry for themselves, and that's what we have to avoid. And for me, the only way you can bounce back after losing 4 in a row is to continue to work and challenge yourself to be the best version of yourself and learn. And obviously, we're not in a good place right now, and hopefully we can get right tomorrow night.
In addition to guys challenging themselves, are guys also challenging each other today in the gym?
I wouldn't say not a whole lot. You know, we just don't have that type of a team, to be very honest with you, unfortunately. I think that's where you miss a healthy Isaiah and a healthy Will Barton, because those guys definitely have that component to their personality. But the other guys, as much as you want it and you hope they do it, you know, obviously it's just not in their nature, and they're not very comfortable doing that. And you know, and that's why I'm a head coach. You know, I got to be that guy. So you know, we'll continue to teach, hold guys accountable, and try to get out of this bad stretch that we're in.
Can players force that if it's not natural to them? Can they sort of learn that skill of being able to accept criticism and give criticism?
I think so. You know, it's a good question, Adam, but I think some guys, as they mature and get confident, and it becomes kind of who they are, and the more they do it, the more comfortable they'll get doing that. Obviously, we've talked quite a bit about our team being a very quiet team. And you know, to get on somebody, you know, being comfortable having those uncomfortable conversations. A lot of people don't like confrontation. You know, then you have people like myself who don't mind it at all. So it's a part of it. Hopefully, some of our younger guys, you know, can get there, because we need them to. I mean, bottom line is, when you have a very young team, we need some of our younger guys to develop off the court like they developed on the court. We've seen tremendous growth on the court as individual players, but off the court, you know, how can we become better leaders? How can we become better teammates? And you know, that's going to be a big progression for us at some point, hopefully.
How much of what ails the team is just simple slippage versus things that really majorly need to be fixed?
Well, it's definitely slippage. You know, this month is a hard month, man. I mean, no excuses. It is what it is. But it's a game off, game off, game off, game off, game off, like never-ending cycle. So that's why, like, you know, we had practice the other day just to get in the gym, first time in a while. Came in today, we didn't do a whole lot, but just getting in the gym, cleaning up some of the pick and roll deficiencies that we're seeing, working on our offensive execution, because the slippage has definitely been there, Chris. Last 4 games, we're ranked 29th in defensive efficiency. Earlier in the year, we were first. Right now, I think we're 6 or 8, whatever it is. But last 4, the defenses just fell off big time. And there's a lot of things to that, a lot of levels. It's one-on-one containment. The blow-bys are at epic levels right now. Just the inability to guard one-on-one. And then just having pick and roll awareness. Clint Capella rolled down the lane all last night and got whatever he wanted. And when we did it correctly, when we were pulled in early as our low man, we did a good job. But so much of it is a lack of discipline and focus right now. And that's probably the most frustrating thing, because early in the year we've shown that we can do it and do it well for extended periods. The last 4 games, you know, really the last 3, we played pretty good defense in Memphis. The last 3 losses at home, the defense has been just bad all the way around. And then once again, starts with me. That's why we're in here trying to get reps on that. Then our players just have to take that and get back to having discipline and a sense of ownership and doing things the right way to get back to defending at the way we know we're capable of.
You spoke about a lot at the beginning of the season on the defensive end, just a different mindset, a different want to defend, and that's why you guys were having success. Right. Is that also where you've seen the slippage, just in that attention to detail, kind of like you just mentioned?
Yeah, and I would couple it to a lack of attention to detail, and what I would add to that would be a lack of a multiple effort. You know, you guys heard me say it early on. Whoa, what are you guys doing differently? It wasn't really we're doing a lot of things differently. We're doing it harder and for longer periods. And we had great second, third, fourth efforts. Right now, I think we're 1-2 effort team, and we're not getting that third and fourth effort. There's a great example last night. Ennis drives the ball, Nikola traps the box, Paul sinks to a body, they kick to Chris Paul in the corner, who hits a three, and Jamal is the next guy and he never moves. Early in the year, we were getting that last closeout, that last effort, so have to find a way to get back to that. So if we can become more disciplined and we can get back to giving the effort that I know we're capable of, then I think we'll get back to becoming a very good defensive team, which we have not been for 4 games.
Do you think there's a snowball effect as the losses add up in terms of that's a much harder thing to sell to your guys, multiple efforts?
I would hope it would be the opposite. You know, obviously, we all have to participate in our own recovery. I mean, like, and that's what I talked about earlier. Feeling sorry for yourself. Listen, we have lost 4 in a row collectively. So how do we get out of that? Play harder, give more effort, and understand why you win and why you lose. When we won, we defended at a high level. We've lost 4 games in a row. We have the 29th worst defense in the NBA. Okay, doesn't take a lot of intelligence to say, how do I get back to doing what we were doing earlier? And so you would hope that snowball effect would give us a greater sense of urgency. Let's do everything we can in our power to stop this losing streak. And that's what I hope we see tomorrow night. And obviously Atlanta on paper is 3-11. Easy team to overlook like we did last year when they came in here and beat us. They were up at halftime or really close. They should have won against LA the other night, and they gave the Warriors last night all they could handle. So it's going to be a great challenge for us. If we feel sorry for ourselves, we'll lose another one. If we say enough's enough, let's do whatever we can to get a win, then we'll have a chance to break this losing streak and head out on the road 10-5 and feeling a little better about ourselves.
28th in pace over the last 4 games too. Part of that's probably the Memphis game slowing down. But what are you seeing there, and how do you guys maybe kind of get a little bit quicker, more up tempo, or are you trying to play a little slower to reduce turnovers or whatever the issue might be?
No, we've never said, hey, let's walk it up. You know, we don't want to be that team. Sometimes you're a victim of who you're playing. You know, Houston, believe it or not, is one of the slower paced teams in the NBA. Memphis, slower paced teams in the NBA. Brooklyn, slower paced teams in the NBA. They don't, when you watch them, it doesn't seem like that, but according to the numbers and the analytics. But putting that to the side, Nick, we have to do a better job. We are playing, I think, very slow, stagnant, predictable basketball. And it doesn't help when you're taking the ball out of the net every time. So now you're playing against a set defense. That's definitely part of it, but we have some guys, and you guys watch the games, and you guys all have 2 eyes. We have some guys that look like they are exhausted 2 minutes into a game. 2 minutes. We have guys on their shorts, dead tired. And that's a little bit of a concern right there. But whether it's the pace up and down, but also the pace at which we play half-court offense. We're not running, we're not cutting, we're not getting the easy baskets. It feels like we're working so hard for everything right now. And again, a lot of that's a product of our defense. When we got stops earlier, we were getting out, we were running, we were scoring a lot easier baskets. So they're definitely connected, but I don't like the pace we're playing at. And I don't like the fact that we're walking the ball to the floor and we're not generating those easy baskets that we were so accustomed to getting in the past. And we have to find a way to get back to that, because that's, quite frankly, that's when we're at our best.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks so much, Coach.